will see.
What is up guys, Brandon here, and I'm bringing you an introduction to Amy's commentary because she's too goddamn lazy. She's just doing a commentary based on exes, so yeah, I'll hang it over to her.
Thanks. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys reasons why you shouldn't really get back with an ex, and I'm also going to be answering the question, can you be friends with an ex? So the first reason why you shouldn't get back with an ex is because you obviously broke up for a reason. You're not just going to have decided, we're breaking up. There has to have been a valid reason of why you two didn't work out in the first place. And if you get back with your ex, then you're probably just going to break up again anyway, because the reason why you broke up in the first place will probably just keep going on over and over again, so it's just going to be like a never-ending story. Also, you only want to go back to your ex because you're familiar with them. You know what they like, you know that they know what you like, so you know each other quite well, depending on how long you've been together. So you're scared to try something new, so that's the reason why you want to go back to your ex instead of moving on. Another reason is you both probably haven't changed. You hear people say, oh, I promise if you stay I'll change, but most of the time people don't actually change. They just say it to keep the part of them in their life that they want. And also, if you continue to live in the past wanting to get back with your ex and you don't try anything different, then it prevents you from moving on and creating your future with somebody else. So you should also try and prevent from settling with someone who didn't try to keep you with them in the first place, because that proves that they're not good enough to try and keep you with them instead of having to try over and over again. So it's kind of like, why would you want to read the same book twice? So the question I got asked by somebody is, can you be friends with an ex? And in almost all cases, of course you can, because it's really easy, because both of you know each other really well and understand each other better than most. So how could this ever lead to a problem? However, it can actually cause quite a lot of problems, because at the same time as being friends, you have to try and forget the relationship that you once had, because that will never come back. It's a whole new relationship that you're building up together in a form of a friendship instead of a serious relationship. So you have to try and create a new atmosphere for the both of you when you're together. And I also just whipped up some scenarios in which it would be easy to be friends with your ex. So the scenarios would be, if it was a happy breakup, if you both understood why you two broke up and you were happy with the decision. If you have a lot of common friends, so say if you both had a lot of friends that hang around with each other and you and your ex hang around with both of them, then you're going to be together quite a lot of the time. So it's going to be hard to ignore each other or hate each other. You're going to have some sort of friendship going on there. Also, if you hang around with each other a lot, it kind of blends in with the previous one I just said. It's going to be hard to hate each other if you hang around with each other. If you've known each other for quite a long time and you're like brother and sister, it's going to be hard just to forget the friendship you may have had before you got into a serious relationship. Now this one may sound a bit weird, but it's easy to be friends with an ex if you're going to become sex buddies with no emotional connection. But then, shut up, Brandon. But then you have to remember and recognise when you're actually going to be ready for a serious relationship, in which that will obviously have to stop. And you could also become best friends with your ex. If you were already friends with your ex before you got into the serious relationship, then it wouldn't be that hard to go from the relationship back to the friendship that you had before. Now these are the reasons why you wouldn't be able to be friends with your ex. So if you've had an on-off relationship with them, then it's never really been a serious relationship. And if you try to be friends with your ex, then you're just going to keep going back to them, going out with them, and then breaking up, and it will just keep going on and on. If you're still madly in love with your ex, the friendship isn't going to happen, because you're always going to want more than a friendship with them, and they'll just keep rejecting you, and that will just keep making you more emotionally unstable, if you want to put it that way. If you can't bear the thought of your ex going out with somebody else, then that's also a trigger that you still love your ex, so there's no way you're going to be able to be friends with them. If you can't gain nothing out of the relationship, then there is going to be no point being friends with them if you're just going to continue getting hurt. Also, if your ex is annoying, then there isn't going to be much point in being friends with someone that's just going to annoy you, because you'll probably still argue anyway. If your ex dumped you, then it's kind of best to move away from your ex, because they would have dumped you for a reason, and if you don't understand that reason, then it's going to be hard to be friends with your ex, because they're not going to want to know you after they've just dumped you after a however long relationship with you. If you're single and you're still looking for love, then if you try and be friends with your ex, you're going to remember all the good times that you had with your ex instead of the bad times, like the arguments and all the fallouts you had, and you're just going to keep reminiscing over all the good times you had. So you're going to keep running back to your ex wanting a relationship instead of a friendship. And to round it off, if your ex already has a new lover, now this is bad for both the ex and the new lover, because the ex is going to become really jealous that their ex has moved on, so they're going to be really annoyed and heartbroken that their ex has just moved on and hasn't thought about how they're feeling. And also the new lover, if their boyfriend or girlfriend is friends with their ex, then this can cause jealousy or insecurity, because they may think that they're going to have a thing with their ex because of what they had before with them. So that's all for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this commentary.
Bitch.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, bye guys.